What you're about to watch is my reaction to last week's chapter that aired on Roosterteeth's site that you can go watch for yourself, and then come back here to see my reaction to it. Thank you so much for watching, and enjoy the reaction. Welcome back to some more RWBY Volume 5, Chapter 2. So I didn't have time to make a border, but I plan to by next week, having a new border and everything. So I'm super excited. So today on YouTube is when I'm recording this is when Chapter 1 goes live. It's just so you guys know, like, what's happening. Basically, it's every week, basically. So whenever I record, like this episode, the previous episode goes live on YouTube. So just that's the rules of reacting. So whenever the actual episode hits YouTube is when I'm allowed to upload my reaction to it. But I still watch it when it goes live on the Roosterteeth site. So I just wanted to further confirm that for people who don't know. Anyways, oh my god, I'm so excited for this. We have Team Ranger and Crow meeting Oscar, and I would love to see what happens there. There's so many like kind of fan theories about Oscar and what they might do. Oh my god, it's there. Yang is going after her mom, which I was wrong on when I was first trying to theorize what she might do. A lot of people were actually. In Volume 4, at the very end, when she said, "You're in so much trouble when I find you," or something like that, and she said all kind of like, haha, kind of thing. So everyone, me included, a lot of people, me included, thought she was going after Ruby because it seemed like a family thing, like you're in so much trouble when I get to you. In reality, it seems like she's going after Raven. Which is, it seems odd, that tone of voice for Raven, but anyways, she's going after Raven, and she has a clue for the guy that she punched, who was hitting on her, and then Blake is trying to expose Adam and Dwight Fang and everybody, basically, who's involved, who's bad, to clear things up, basically. So I hope that works out for her. I hope even Weiss is still kind of on the way to Mistral. We saw the scene last week where she was on the ship and there's a distress beacon, and the pilot didn't want to do it because he wanted to fly under the radar and not involve himself in anything. And it's my theory, or not only a theory, but it's my idea that I think that ship that crashed is going to be a more integral part in the story. That like is going to come back to bite Weiss in the butt or something like that. Some character or something like that. It was on the ship that was like really important or whatever, and and they're dead now basically, and Weiss could have saved them but was forced not to, kind of thing. I feel like that might be something, or my other theory on that was the ship was a decoy, or like a false beacon, kind of a trap, like to lure people in, and then bandits come in and just rush the new ship coming in to save them, kind of thing. But I don't know. Anyways, I should have said all this last episode, but I was kind of like hurrying to like record a bunch of stuff, so that's why I didn't like sit down and just like chill and like think about stuff. I will do this for this episode for Chapter 2. So without further ado, I apologize for the 4-minute wait. Here we go, Chapter 2 of Volume 5. Here we go. Called Dread in the Air. Oh yeah, we get to see this again. Nice. This is my favorite opening. I love this. I love the pedals. So good. Love this scene. It's hilarious how Nora's just like on the roof. Just like, how? I don't know. Oh, Oscar. Yeah, I do love his outfit. His new outfit. We haven't seen this place yet, wherever that is. People are saying that might be the Spring Maiden. Just theory though, because we don't know. Oh, I can't wait to see that in combat. Yeah. I love how she's riding the sword. It's so cool. So much hype. Such a good opening. Alright, here we go. Dio.
Are we ready?
He's there. Physically. So what's the plan? Going down to see the artifact, I'm guessing? It's a cool haul. What the heck is that? Oh, it's one of the bulb things! Bulb. Whatever. We saw that in Volume 4.
After you.
Your Grace. Are you there?
Oh, snap. Hello,
Hello,
Salem.
Leonardo. Do you have something to report?
Of course, ma'am. I would not waste your time if not.
I'm still just so fascinated by this creature. Cinder dear, are we coming through? Can you see us clearly? Well, as clearly as you can.
Shut up.
She can talk
goody.
now.
You've recovered.
Your report. What is it?
I've found the Spring Maiden.
Is that so? Well done, Arthur. Had I known how useful you'd be in expediting this process, I would have sent you long ago.
As much as I'd love to take credit, ma'am, I can't say that either of us are to thank for this development. I guess you could say a little birdie told us.
Explain.
Crow.
You see, ma'am, Crow Bronwyn arrived at Haven Academy earlier today. He believes Spring has taken residence with his sister's tribe.
Is the girl with him?
Yes, Miss Rose was in attendance.
And you know of the tribe's location?
Yes, ma'am, but you have to hurry. Crow is already at odds with my...
Oh, damn.
Leonardo, do you remember the first time we met? I remember. I remember your fear. But since that day, you've been extraordinarily brave.
Is he gonna die
I
here?
won't forget all that you've done for me.
Oh.
Do not forget everything I can do to you.
I would think he's too important. Yeah, okay. Whew.
Cinder, you and your team will meet with Dr. Watts and together convince Raven Bronwyn that the survival of her people depends on her cooperation. Once you have Spring under control, escort her to the relic and contact Hazel. The White Fang was promised the destruction of Haven, and they'll have it once we have what we need.
Understood.
Oh, man.
Not you, Arthur. Tyrion's in need of a new tale.
Oh, gosh.
What happened to his old one?
Guess.
The silver-eyed girl?
So is he a legit doctor? Like, he can, like,
It will be done.
bend people?
Good.
I'm guessing.
Seems Crow was right, Lionheart. The students aren't pushovers.
You're free to speak your mind.
I don't understand. Working with bandits? Keeping Ruby alive? What's the point? We're strong enough to take what we want by force.
Never underestimate the usefulness of others. Take Leonardo. He was one of Ozpin's most trusted, and yet now... You will have the power I promised you when the time is right. But remember that it comes with a cost.
Place is so cool.
If Ruby
Chandelier
Rose
too.
has learned to harness her gift, then you must take care to protect yours. There's only so much I can do to aid you.
All right.
And Cinder, before you go, inform Tyrion that I wish to have a word with him.
That's Nat. It's gonna be good or bad for him. So I don't know. I wonder if Watts can give, like... I was just thinking about this, like, because it said, like, what about happened to his old one? It got me thinking, whoa, what the hell? Hold on a second. Everything I just said, just put on hold for a second. What is happening?
Where are we?
Nowhere good. Passing by some of Lake Matsu's floating islands. The gravity dust that forms in these things has given us a little turbulence. Nothing I can
Interesting.
handle, but the islands sometimes hide some nasty grim.
Gravity dust.
I'm
That's
just
so
betting on
cool.
our friends in distress, keeping them preoccupied.
They're coming right for you. Damn.
You've got to be kidding me.
By the gods, we lost Percy! Help!
They're coming to them. Oh, you have to save him now. Holy crap, new Grim. Bug Grim. Oh my god, it's like Beetrel. Kind of, in a way. We'll have like the string tail.
We're hooked! Everyone abandon ship!
Oh, damn. Jesus. Oh, they spawned a new target. Wow, these Grims are Grim are deadly.
Freaking Lancers. All right, buckle up.
Wait, hold on. I gotta go back. Whew, she's gone. Okay. Alright, I gotta go back. He said something right here. Okay.
Lancers. Freaking Lancers.
Lancers.
All right,
Okay.
buckle up.
So they're called Lancers. She just went down below. I think she's gonna go attack.
What we should have done in the first place. You're carrying dust, right?
Officially, no. Actually, yes.
Then when I tell you, open the rear door.
Oh, that's cool. Oh, is she gonna fly all Lancers? God, they're fast. Damn. This is so cool. Oh, haven't caught him yet.
We're coming close!
Ready!
He's gonna start shooting dust like through the door.
Yeah!
Oh, pushed him back a little bit. Nice fire. Ooh, interesting.
Hold on.
Yeah, it's like a World War II, like, you know, back gunner kind of thing, like for a helicopter. Ooh. Nice, nice. Oh gosh, she's getting like 3 of them so far, 4 of them. Might have missed that one, for sure.
What was that?
We're hooked.
Twice. Oh, and they're gonna start ripping the ship from the outside. So yeah, a ton of them though. Holy
I
crap.
got an idea. Hold on. Literally.
Gonna pull up at the last minute kind of thing. Or down. That's 3 down.
Can you find a pair of islands we can fit between?
Kid, you are reading my...
Oh, is she gonna like slam the islands together? Can she even do that if they're big enough? Or just like damage them? Oh, you're awakening more. That's not good. Alright, 5 out. There we go. Or 4, 5 out. Yeah, but that move awakened more.
Yeah! Great going, kid! We are in the clear!
Not yet. Oh, snap!
Queen Lancer!
What?
That one's a big one. Come on, the knight. The knight! Oh, okay. The knight would help here a lot, but I don't think it can fly. What the hell? Darts! Holy crap! Jesus.
Do something!
The knight, the knight, the knight! Come on! Gonna make him all explode on her? I would think. That's all his cargo. He's gonna piss. Damn! Did that do it? Nope. Holy crap, this thing is tough. Come on, the knight, Weiss! The knight!
God! We're not gonna make it!
Come on, come on. This music too. The knight. Come on. Yes. Yes. Oh my god, yes. Hello, knight.
Pull up! No!
Where's his sword though? I didn't see his sword, the knight's sword. Oh my gosh. Knight's gonna platform to sit. Oh my god, nice! He's freaking airdropping in! There's his sword! Oh my god. This song was what where she was singing. Oh snap! Ah dang. Nice! That looks so cool! But they're damaged now. With no cargo. Well, not no cargo, but... Is that helping, or is this it's like it looks like it's sort of helping? A little bit. Dang.
Adam, I'm not going to repeat myself. So I want you to listen when I tell you that the White Fang will not attack Haven Academy.
Oh!
High Leader Khan, I am begging you.
You should beg for forgiveness and nothing else.
Dude, she looks awesome.
The assault you led on Beacon was not the great victory you clearly think it was. And you should be grateful your punishment wasn't more severe. You are a symbol for many in our organization, but that doesn't make you infallible.
I was merely trying to follow your example, High Leader.
And what example might that be?
Strength. Strength and unwavering conviction. The humans have seen that strength now.
I was one of the first to suggest violence where violence was necessary. Peace bred complacency, and acceptance of our place in the world. I will not allow humanity to push us down without pushing them back. But the destruction of the Huntsman Academies crosses a line. The loss of the CCT has brought global communication to a crawl, and the White Fang is more of a target now than ever before.
Yeah.
You have justified humanity's campaign against us, and for what?
It's a cool room.
Empty promises from a group of humans? Humans we still know nothing about, and come and go as they please. These are not examples of strength, Adam. They are examples of your talents being diminished by short-sightedness.
If you want to know more about the humans, then why not talk to one of them yourself?
Hazel?
Hazel!
Took you long enough.
What is this?
It's cool weapons.
Apologies. I don't aim to cause any trouble.
You've brought a human to this location?
You should hear what he has to say.
This is grounds for execution.
Ma'am, please. Nobody needs to die today. I'm just asking for a moment of your time.
The longer you stay here, the less of a chance you have of leaving alive.
I'll take those chances, if you don't mind.
Interesting. Is he trying to like turn them?
You don't like
Turn
me.
her?
You have no reason to like me.
Strike up a deal.
But you don't have to like me to get the results you want.
I'm starting to doubt either of you fully comprehend what it is that I want. I want humanity to fear the Faunus, to know that we demand respect. I do not want to start a war with the humans that we cannot win.
That's where you're wrong. We can win a war against the humans. Not only because we have the support of Hazel's master, but because the Faunus are the dominant species of this planet. We're better than humans.
Oh,
we have
gosh.
everything humans have and more. Humans shouldn't just fear the Faunus. They should serve the Faunus.
I've had enough of this conversation for tonight. Guards, take them away. I said take them away.
I
Oh,
will
snap.
admit, Sienna, you were right about my popularity. My followers in Vale already see me as the true High Leader, and many here in Mistral feel the same.
Oh, my computer's kind of like lagging a little bit. Sorry.
What are you doing?
What's right for the Faunus? From this day
Freaking
forward,
mutiny.
I will be the one to lead the White Fang.
Wow.
If you think I'll just step aside and follow beneath you, you're wrong.
Damn.
I know. Thank you, Sienna. You were there when our people needed you. But
This
they
was the
need
first
me
time
now.
seeing her.
I'm sorry you couldn't see this through to the end.
Damn it. I'd love to see more of her.
Give our former leader a proper burial. All who were here tonight will claim that Sienna was murdered by a human huntsman. Sienna Khan will become a martyr for our cause. Her final act as High Leader.
And blaming the huntsman again. Is Hazel okay with this? Like, he's like looking like he's not.
When were you planning on telling me about that?
This was my business, not yours.
It's our business now. And I don't appreciate you withholding things like that.
Your master was concerned with Sienna's willingness to cooperate. Now she doesn't have to be.
Damn.
Nobody needed to die today.
I disagree.
Oh, God. We just freaking met her this episode, and then all of a sudden, she's dead. It's just like, come on. Weiss is still alive, that's good. Oh, the White Fang. No, bandits. Right? Am I right? Bandits?
Please.
Bandits.
What do you think?
So it's right.
We just hit the jackpot.
Oh, damn. Oh. Oh, that's gonna be so cool. Ooh. Nice. That was a cool song. I was like listening to the song the other day. Very badass. The reason why I say badass is because Yang is going there and Weiss is going there. We don't know what because I feel like Raven doesn't want to harm Weiss. That's one thing I don't think. I mean, she could, but if anything, she knows Weiss, like generally 100%, because like she's been following Team RWBY and all that kind of stuff. So I'm for sure believing that she knows who Weiss is, and who her dad is, and how much money she could potentially get by selling her back to her father, or whatever. I feel like Raven could do a lot with Weiss, and I don't think she would kill Weiss or harm her in any way. So when Yang shows up, that's gonna be freaking badass, because then Yang and Weiss see each other for the first time in a long time, and then have to band together to kind of get out, or whatever, right? Like if they are in prison or whatever, or tied up, or otherwise incapable of moving or whatever. That's because like in the back of my mind, I still have this thing where like I think Raven is just creating like a society for like the strong people, basically, because she's got Spring, and she's got like all these other people kind of thing working for her. So I feel like she's like that type of character who would draw people into her tribe and then like indoctrinate them into it, like Spring, for instance, because Spring they were saying how she was not very skilled in being a maiden. She ran away, all this kind of stuff, like a lot of things like that, and then I'm assuming, we don't know for sure, but assuming she found Raven's tribe and then joined them, and then over time got more skilled as being a maiden. So I'm assuming that's kind of what Raven is shooting for, kind of like this kind of strong tribe, and to indoctrinate whatever more people into that actual tribe, whether by force or getting to know them and playing to their roles, kind of thing. I'm not sure, but it's gonna be freaking awesome to see. I wish we would have known what her stuff is, because like every character's got like this awesome freaking attire. Voice actor is also really, really well done. I would have loved to see her semblance and her weapon and what she does in combat, that kind of thing. I'm gonna take a drink real quick. Jesus Christ. 1 second. Okay. Just had something in my throat. So I would have wished to know more about her before she was killed off. But Adam seems to fit the throne like instantly, which is interesting. Like he sat down and like had this kind of like swagger about it. Like, he like, instead of sitting down and be like, "Oh, this is nice," or whatever, he like sits down and just like immediately just like just or whatever, just like leans in and just like chills out. So that's gonna be interesting to see what Adam does with it. But I think this is the push that Blake needs to go into combat with the White Fang, seeing how Adam is now the leader of the White Fang. I do believe that Blake is going to see that and just go ham, like on whatever she can do to get him off the throne, to take it back, basically. And I'm hoping her dad like actually takes up the role again. That'd be cool to see him become leader again. But he stepped down for a reason, though. I'm wondering why. We still don't know why Blake's dad stepped down as the high leader of the White Fang, or leader, White Fang? I guess not high leader, but leader. So it's gonna be interesting to see about that and everything. Or Blake can take up the role. That would be freaking awesome. Blake being the leader of the White Fang. But I mean, it's gonna be tricky because all the White Fang members right now seem to all follow Adam. So it's gonna be interesting to see how many Faunus follow him and how many believe in what she was doing as leader. I mean, we're probably not going to see like the numbers, like, right? We're not going to see like 10%, whatever. I don't think we're ever going to see that. But I feel like Adam maybe stacked the odds when he first came here, because not only did he make dang it, what's his name? Salem's lackey here in this room. Why did I forget his name? Anyways, he brought him here without her knowing. So it stands to reason that Adam might have stacked the odds and like got his people that were were in it for him kind of thing, or would like him to be leader kind of thing. I feel like he pushed all of them to be in this room at one time, and then got all the people who weren't on his side away from this room, so that way they wouldn't help out the leader kind of thing. So I think he might have stacked the odds, or whatever, or he might truly just have this huge influence on all the White Fang members, because for some reason or another, all of them kind of can see what he's trying to do, and can see his kind of like his drive to apparently make all of humanity be their servants. So that's gonna be interesting. What else? It was so freaking badass to see Weiss fight the Queen and the Lancers. That was super freaking cool. I want to see. Gotta get a clip here because I want to see it again. The whole night fight. Okay, I'm gonna watch this one more time because it was badass. I just have to see this again. It was so cool. I love how it teleported. It was like just everywhere. It's so cool. I loved how they were playing her music from the actual the opera, or sing the song that she was singing for her dad. I freaking love that. So good. See, but that's the mistake, was he blocked it, and then like it ricocheted and hit the ship, kind of thing. So I'm hardcore wondering right now if Weiss can even control the night. Like, I know she can summon it. Obviously, it's tied to her emotions, like hardcore. Because we've seen. Sorry, I just want to pause like at a good spot with the knights. Okay, right. That's fine. I would think it's tied to her emotions, because we've seen it in the past when she was really upset with her dad and everything, for like touching her and telling her to leave, whatever. She fell down, and then the Boba was summoned, and Boba wanted to go after the lady that was causing all the issues and everything. So it's very tied to her emotions. So I feel like it's one of those things where when it's summoned, that's when the command is set. The command being, protect me, kill that thing, hurt that thing, attack that thing, kind of thing. Like, in her mind, when she was summoning the knight, it was going through her mind basically like, there's the Queen Lancer coming at us, we need to protect the ship, and like, all this kind of stuff in her mind, and then she summoned it, and then all that stuff that she was thinking about went into the command of the knight, and then the knight was just like, got this, and then just jumped out of the ship. Like, we never seen Weiss ever talk to the summons. Winter never talks to her summons, and we've seen Winter summon birds to attack Crow. We've seen her summon a white grim, just to stand there, basically, like not attack. Like that one was like, it wasn't built for war. It wasn't made for war. It was made to just prove a point, or whatever, to Weiss when Winter summoned it. Why did I forget the name? What the heck? Why did I forget the name of the freaking wolf? Um, what is wrong with me right now? I can't remember the freaking. Anyways, oh my god, what is I'm forgetting words like constantly today. Um, that's gonna bug me. That's gonna bug me to no end that I forgot the name of that freaking grim. Oh my god, people in the comments probably screaming at me. I know the name. I just for top of my head I can't remember it. Anyways, when she summoned that grim wasn't made to kill anything. It was just made to sit there and prove a point to Weiss. So that's kind of what I'm thinking. Like whenever they're summoned, that is when the command is set to the actual summon. So like in the art room, whenever like the whole auction thing was going on, and Weiss was having the kind of showing match with like everybody. The main purpose of the showing match was because one girl was very, very adamant on the whole point about Atlas being superior and Vale being very just like everything. Just like it's bad, just like they deserved it, all this kind of stuff. Like she was like the spearhead to like this whole emotional trigger or whatever for Weiss. So when she started doing that in her mind, she was like, "Oh, I wish I can do something like that to her, or do something to her." She's she's making me angry, kind of stuff like that. And then when her dad like pushed her over the edge, the Bubber Test summoned, and then in the Bubber Test mind is like, "Got it! You want me to kill that girl?" And then it just like charges in. So I definitely 100% feel the summons have their mission like immediately once they're summoned. Like the one that was the knight that was summoned in the bedroom when we first saw him in Volume 4. That one again, it was just like the winter one when he summoned the wolf. I'm still forgetting the name. Weiss summoned the knight there in the room, and all the knight did was, kind of bow and then kneel down kind of thing because it had no orders. So if anything, it was being honorable and like nice and all this kind of stuff. Because I'm guessing in her mind she was thinking the knight is like the symbol of like knighthood, right? Because it's a knight. And like looking at the poster all the time where it has like the sword between the hands and like just standing there in the photo, she can kind of like glean a lot of like personality from that. And then when she summoned it, that it just became those traits kind of thing, right? Like honorable and knight worthy and that kind of thing. So that's really cool. I do love that aspect. Like I can see how later on that might become a problem if Weiss thinks something, and then like if this is all true, if my theory on summons are true, if Weiss thinks something like kind of like in the back of her mind, like, oh, I wonder if I should do this, and then like just summon something, and the summon's like, all right, let's do this, and then just like goes after it, and she's like, wait, no. Like I wonder if like what happens there, or if she can command him mid summon, because like if she can give commands to it like mid battle, like all of a sudden this knight goes after the Queen Lancer kind of thing, and then all of a sudden she's like, no, protect the ship, or whatever, and then the knight like just all of a sudden just turns their focus to like the ship and just like protects it. If that would have happened kind of thing, because we never saw Weiss talk to the summon at all. The summon was just protecting, harming the Queen, and fighting like straightforward. So there's like the kind of like, well, I mean, fighting and killing the Queen is kind of the same thing, but fighting and protecting the ship, or fighting the Queen, protecting the ship. Those are the two kind of main. You can boil everything down to those two commands. So, yeah, it's gonna be really cool to see what happens with Weiss and everything, and to Raven and freaking Lionheart of all things, because right now he's giving information to Salem and everybody. And it's really cool to see Salem again. It's really cool to see freaking Cinder again. She's actually talking again. So Jessica Meager can actually talk now, which is really, really cool. Because before she always like in Volume 4, she's only just did like these like little kind of thing, like it's not really like great voice acting like material. Like it's just like but she can actually talk now, which is really cool. Um, it was actually really cool to hear Cinder say Ruby's name, because like there's kind of like this anger towards that name that she, like, when she said it, it was odd, like, to hear her say Ruby's name. Um, it gave me chills when she said it. Like, I don't know why, just like she said Ruby, and it's just like she, like, there's so much emphasis, whatever, words today are hard. So it's gonna be really freaking cool to see what happens next, and I would like to know what they did to Cinder, like to cure her or whatever of her um damage kind of thing. I know she was doing something off camera that we never got to see, and because like in my mind right now I'm thinking something's got to do with her arm, her left arm. Something's happening to it, right? Like I feel like Salem did something to Cinder's left arm, and that's why we're not seeing it right now. I feel like she did something like her arms kind of thing, like Salem's arms on the sides, like her skin and all kinds of stuff. I feel like she did something like that, or she grimified Cinder's arm, because she's not showing her arm at all. We never seen her arm. She's kind of like covered up in that kind of in the robe that she's wearing, or the dress, or whatever you want to call it. Um, so I in my mind I think her arm is corrupted, twisted, like just all these kind of things. I feel like that's the case. I feel like her arm is changed, for the better or worse, I guess, because like we're not sure. I mean, it's good for Cinder in either way, because it's like it's her arm, and she can use it to her advantage, kind of thing. It's bad for us as the heroes, kind of thing, because we have to fight Cinder. But yeah, I full on believe Salem did something, because like the last time we saw them doing any kind of therapy or whatever for Cinder, she was like hunched over this on the left side, and Salem was like, facing her like she was like over there facing Cinder, and Cinder's arm was kind of like out a little bit, and she was like constantly like looking at her arm, and then like the creepy noises and everything were like happening. We never got to see what happened of that. It was all off screen, like just off screen. And then Salem always like doing this kind of like hand thing to like, increase the pain, or whatever. She was doing something there. People were thinking, or someone had a theory that it was a Grim and everything, and I do wholeheartedly believe it might have been a Grim, because it was like it was making weird noises and everything, like off screen, like almost like repairing something, but like we never saw her arm be damaged at all. So it makes me wonder if her arm was damaged, as well as her eye, as well as her vocal cords, that kind of thing, and she's getting a new arm, like essentially. So that's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking below the dress, in the arm, or yeah, underneath the dress in the arm is like some kind of Grim arm, or like Salem style arm kind of thing. That's kind of wholeheartedly what I believe. I 100% believe that's gonna happen. But I mean, it's just a theory. But like in my mind, I'm like, that's gonna happen. So it's my headcanon, I guess. So hopefully we can find out what happened to her arm. But like again, it's not like a priority. But it's gonna be cool to see what happened. It's really cool to see the bulb Grim again. I can't remember the Oracle Seer. I think it's the Seer. I'm trying to remember the name of this Grim. I think it's the Seer. I felt like it's Oracle as well, but I could be wrong. I think it's the Seer. But it was really freaking hardcore that Salem can control this Grim, and the other Grim, like just by being there, right? Like she had two of them, like communication stones, in a way, and she was talking through one and made the other one attack Lionheart, and the other one just sitting chilling on the desk, basically, or like on the table in front of her, while she's talking and everything. So that's really cool. I'm wondering what his semblance is, because he's a doctor. I mean, Doctor Watts kind of thing. That's his name and everything. Doctor Arthur Watts, I think is his full name. I feel like his semblance has to do something with like being a doctor or experiments, that kind of thing, something to do with something like that. Because like the way he was talking, like.
Had I known how useful you'd be
Hold
in
on.
expediting.
Much as I'd love to take credit, ma'am, I can't say.
Has taken residence.
I'm just gonna skip ahead to see if I can get back to that scene again.
The survival of her people depends. Hazel. The White Fang was promised the destruction of Haven, and
all right,
they'll
right around
have it
here.
Once we have what we need.
Understood.
Not you, Arthur. Tyrion's in need of a new tale.
What happened to his old one?
That one. That simple freaking like sentence that he said. I can see so much with that. What happened to his old one? Not what happened to his original, like his tail, like, you know, whatever. It's his old one. It's just like, what? Like it can. I mean, you can see it as many different ways, I guess. But from what I take from it, I feel like Watts might have given that to him as like, or upgraded it or something, right? Like he did something to help Tyrion get the tail. Whether he was born with a tail to begin with, but it wasn't as like this tail that we see now, and Watts just kind of like upgraded it or something like that. But I don't know, just the way Watts said that, it seemed like there's more to it. Like I feel like Watts had something to do or can do to help Tyrion's tail grow or change or whatever. I feel like that's the case. So until we see otherwise, that's kind of what I'm thinking in my mind. Because we haven't seen his semblance, we haven't seen his weapon. No idea. We haven't seen Hazel's weapon or his semblance either, so we have no idea. We know Hazel's a bit strong because he punched a ticket booth and the ticket booth like spat something out. So unless he's sort of like that Micah from Heroes and can control, like, can talk to machines and stuff, I don't think Hazel has the ability to do that. But it's gonna be really interesting to see what happens with Tyrion and what he's gonna do, because I'm wondering if he's gonna grow a new tail, mechanical tail, get a new one, basically. Like I can see, like, you know, three possible outcomes, right? I can see him regrow the tail, basically like the tail that he has now, just like force regrow it to have a stinger again. I can see them adding mechanical parts to it, so he's not actually like the end of the tail is mechanical, just like Mercury in a way for his legs. And then I can also predict, theorize, whatever, that Watts could give him a brand new tail, like in general, not just regrow the tail that he has now, but regrow it to something else, or, you know, whatever. That's kind of like in my mind what I'm thinking, because just it's bugging me the way he said that. Like I'm gonna play back for one more time for people to hear what I'm kind of what I'm hearing.
What happened to his old one?
What happened to his old one?
What happened to his old one?
Like, he seems pissed, like his old one was like destroyed or whatever. So like, I don't know. There's something there. Like, I don't know. I just feel like there's something that Watts can do to help Tyrion with his tail and everything. And even Salem says he needs help, or, you know, whatever Tyrion does. So either he's a doctor and he can like stitch together like a new stinger, or he has a semblance to do it, or something, right? Like, I'm wondering which kind of doctor he is. Like, I'm thinking operations, sort of like surgery, medical doctor kind of bit. But who knows? Anyways, it's gonna be really cool to find out what happens next in the show. Definitely 100%. Is there anything I missed? I feel like I got everything. That was the queen waking up from all the noise and everything. I wish we could have saw more of her. She's such a cool character design, like her tats and everything. Well, they could be tats. They could be her. No, because her ears are the trait. Yeah, those are tats, I think. But I'm kind of like wondering like, which kind of cat she is, because I don't think kind of like thinking like a. I want to say not a lemur. I don't think it's a lemur at all. I don't know ears at all. But it's got like that kind of orange tip to like the outer ear and everything. So interesting. I was thinking for a second that her trait might have been the lines on her skin, basically like a zebra or like something like that, right? Like a tiger, something with stripes. So yeah, it's just such a cool character design. Again, like sucks that she's not going to be around anymore. There was somebody else with a cool character design. Crap, who was it? Was it this episode? I think it was last episode. Oh, what I was thinking was the guard from last episode. When we saw Blake talk to Ilya, there was a guard that was like really really cool looking. But Blake's new attire is badass. Or sorry, no, not Blake. Adam's new attire is really badass. Reminds me of like a Star Wars general kind of attire, that kind of black suit with like a couple stripes here and there to kind of signify like your rank and kind of stuff. Yeah, kind of feel like that's kind of like what it looks like to me, anyways. Gosh, what else? I think that's it. It was actually really cool to see. I mean, it's cool and sad at the same time, and sucks. But Adam's blade, when it went through her, the blood was staining the blade, and then she, ripped it back out, and then he wiped it off, kind of thing. That was a cool attention to detail, because I don't think that in previous volumes they would have done that with the blood and everything. They wouldn't have stained the sword. They wouldn't have done anything like that before because it was, in a sense, family friendly. So yeah, it's kind of interesting that Hazel, or I think it's cool maybe in a way that Hazel was annoyed that Adam did this without his knowledge, kind of thing. I feel like it does speak to his character, Hazel's character. Because he's like, you didn't tell me, there was no need for death, that kind of thing. Makes me wonder if he doesn't know what Salem's true goal is or what she does. He just kind of stays out of it and does what he's told. And he doesn't know that Salem's been killing people and all this kind of stuff. Or he's got some kind of ideal that we're not learning of yet. But yeah, cool character. I wish we would have known more about her. Maybe we'll learn more about her through Blake's dad or other White Fang kind of thing, talking about her. Maybe next episode when they kind of reveal that she's dead to the whole White Fang, we'll kind of learn more about her. Kind of maybe they're oh, here lies, this girl. I can't remember her name either. There's so many names in the show. And she's known for this and this and this, and kind of let's walk through some of some of the major stuff that she's done. Yeah. It does suck because her ideals were pretty, I mean, in a way, she just wanted to strike fear into humanity to make them think that the White Fang, the Faunus, are worthy of being on this planet, basically. Because everyone thinks they're animals and they're slaves and all that kind of stuff. So her goal is to enlighten the human community in the ways of the Faunus and everything to make it so they're not slaves anymore. So I can get behind her on that. Like that's a righteous goal, but Adam took everything that she was doing and was like, we should go further. It's just like we should make them bow to us, kind of stuff. Like, yeah, Adam's gone hardcore, and like again, I'm. It's interesting that all the White Fang behind him are backing him on this because either they're being manipulated to like his ideals, or they're being forced to, or all the ones backing him are all the ones that had like firsthand experience with like slavery, or like humans berating them for being a fawn kind of thing. And then years later or whatever, here comes Adam, and Adam has this kind of ideal, and they're like, yeah, he's right, we should be the masters kind of thing, like thinking back at the times that the humans like hurt them kind of thing. But I feel like all White Fang have that kind of memory of like humans doing something wrong to them kind of thing. Blake was kind of born into it. I don't think Blake really had a drive to join the White Fang because her dad and her mom and everything were part of the original White Fang. So I do believe that Blake kind of was like, again, just born into it. Like, she didn't have a goal to go into it. All these other members and stuff, they're like, humans, they suck, we need to prove them different, or whatever. We need to prove that we're the better ones or whatever, and they joined the White Fang to deal that message out. So yeah, anyways, I think that's it for this episode. I did want to go full in depth on this episode because last episode I didn't, and I forgot it because I did have a lot of cool theories for chapter 1 and everything, but a lot of it was kind of said or done in this episode. Like I was hoping for a Weiss fight with a Guardian. That happened. I was hoping for to see Raven, that kind of thing soon. That happened. So like all my theories on like what might happen next, like happened in this episode. So I wish I would have said all that stuff in last reaction. So thanks so much for watching. I know it's a long one, but those are all my thoughts on chapter 2. And here we go for chapter 3, basically. We're one more week to wait. I'm wondering if they're going to do the whole World of Remnant stuff, like every 3 episodes. So, like, 3 episodes, World of Remnant, 3 episodes, World of Remnant, kind of thing. Like, I'm wondering if that's going to happen this season, or volume. It's going to be really, really interesting to see if that's the case. Because right now I don't think there is any proper word on, like, whether or not that's going to happen. So, hopefully by next week we'll know. Maybe, hopefully. Or I guess in 2 weeks we'll know. Good episode. I liked it a lot. It was really fun. So yeah, thanks so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next chapter. Chapter. Hopefully with a new border and everything. Thanks so much for watching. Take care, everybody.